And then hello everybody, this is Louis Huynh, aka the director, producer, and writer of Captain Vietnam, the short film. And I have here with me today Bill Gate Nguyen, my director of photography, as well as the man who supplied me the equipment, the iPhone that we so graciously use throughout all of production. So go ahead, Bill, and introduce yourself, please.
Hello guys, my name is Bill Gate Nguyen. I'm very blessed, to help my friend Louis, to film his short film, which is Captain Vietnam. We spent a lot of days, preparing and doing the script, and also recording it. And the result I watched was, I was surprised on how well this film is.
Thanks, Bill.
No problem.
Yeah. Anyways, so once again, I just want to thank you for taking your time to come down here and just talk about Captain Vietnam with me.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, let's start it now. And then you can see here in the beginning, there's a spray can. We actually did this all in as little amount of takes as possible. So we just ran the camera and we just moved from scene to scene. I originally was thinking I wasn't going to have a title sequence, but I figured I might as well get the shots since I was having Bill here help me out as much as we could. And so, do you have any thoughts on this particular intro sequence, Bill?
When doing the scene, like the paint, I was kind of worried that it would be on my phone.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that was probably the risky thing to do, but it paid off.
Right. I remember because we had to set up the paint can to be very, very close to the camera, and it was at an angle that it might have caught in the camera, but thankfully it didn't. And then for this scene here, I'm running down the street, had a car. So the way that we had that scene pull off was just that we had a car, and then we stuck you out of the rear window while we had another friend of ours drive the car. And the fun thing about that was that the car was going at its own speed, and I had to match it at some point just to make it look natural. Because if the car was just too slow, then I would actually end up running past the camera. And then so, how'd you feel about that, Bill? Because you really did have to stick your head out of the window.
Yeah, it was difficult. I had a friend. She helped us. She drove the car.
Mm-hmm.
And it took a couple tries too, even days, because we just saw the first one.
Oh yeah.
Kind of screwed it up.
Oh yeah, that's true. We had to do reshoots of that as well. So if I wasn't fit enough to be Captain Vietnam before, I definitely was after doing that scene.
Mm-hmm.
And then as for here with the gym scene, almost every shot that you see in this actually has a person in the background, and it just took a lot of digital zooming in and just moving the camera around just to frame people out so that it would look like a very lonely gym. The colors and the way that this thing is shot, it should just all be on Captain Vietnam. But unfortunately, it turns out Crunch, even at 5 or 6 a.m., right as it opens, it's a very popular gym to go to.
Indeed.
Yeah.
It was very hard for us to capture the perfect shot because people are in the way. We spent hours just chilling and just doing some fun activities.
Yeah, that's
probably
also
the hardest
true.
day.
Yeah, definitely the hardest day, I'd say. Was there, and then we were also using your phone as well. Do you just have any feelings about that in general, Bill?
Feelings of using the phone?
Yeah, just because we use your phone for the entire short film.
I mean,
something
kind
came
of,
up. I know I
kind of feel
I can't
I
help
feel
out.
okay with it,
Sorry.
but if I use it constantly, it's not okay with me. But if it's
Unfortunately,
only
we cannot
this
accept your
particular film,
application into the program at
I'm
this
down
time.
for it.
You got
Alright,
rejected,
yeah,
but
thanks,
your
Bill. I
cousin
really
accepted
appreciate
it.
you
I
letting me
knew
use
you
your
should
phone
have
for
been
this.
there. No
Just
one
because
could check a
there's so many
perfect
features
system.
that my phone doesn't really get. There's slow-mo,
Yeah.
and then there's also 4K, and you have the iPhone XR, and it just seemed really perfect that if we were gonna film something, it would be with your phone.
Yeah,
compared to
but
mine.
I just deleted afterwards. I don't lose gigabytes.
Yeah,
That helps.
I really wanted to make sure we didn't take up a lot of storage in there. And then for this scene, I actually did not scream in the gym, popular to contrary belief. gym was blasting music, so we had to. I don't know if you remember this. We had to fake all the sound effects and the audio of me like doing breathing and lifting in my garage.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, that was funny.
Yeah. But I
That's
think
really
it came
difficult.
out to be a pretty believable result, thankfully. Yeah.
Can't believe that.
And then so enough about talking about the film itself, because I can go on for a very long time just on how we made
can we
it.
add straps onto this?
One thing that is important to note is just I made the shield before I came up with the idea
It'll be
to
a shield.
do the
And
short
it can help
film.
fight bullies.
It was just like something for summer. I just wanted to make it with my dad, you know, and then just have a toy to have around. And then I
Yeah.
realized I could actually make a short film idea around it. But I didn't get serious until about a month later when I actually had it ready and made. And I had two of them ready and made. And I realized, oh, I can make a short film about how these two shields work with each other.
It's broken now, right?
I don't think it's ruined yet.
But while making the shields, the logos of the shield
ever
broke off. And so that's why I made it part of the movie as well. I just wanted to
long as it's
work
enough for
around
you.
that. Just because if I didn't work around it, it would be very noticeable, I think, anyways. And then, so, Bill, do you think that working on this film was like a good experience for you overall? Have you seen any benefit from it?
I mean, I definitely see some benefit if I work for you in the future, like maybe a project. You know, I would have experience. You know, sitting up with the camera. You know, pop, of course. You know, like not fooling around.
Yeah.
It's a big thing. And doing this experience, you know, I'm glad that we met the goals. Like we finished it before school starts, which is a huge plus.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, you know, it's a great experience.
Yeah, that was a deadline that I set for myself, and I remember being a little stressed out about it, and just we were getting very close to that deadline, but we made it, and we managed to finish it before the school semester, at least on my end, actually started. And so on my side anyways, I think this is because the main point of this movie was just to have it on my resume, and hopefully like someone would watch it and actually feel like I did a good job on it enough so that they would have me work on their stuff, especially as like a film major, you know. And just working in the film industry in general, you're defined by the kind of stuff that you make and your videos that you make, as opposed to, you know, other jobs where you're just doing one thing over and over again. And the funny thing about this story actually is that I actually got a job because of Captain Vietnam. So I was talking to you in the car earlier on the ride over here.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
Yeah. But I got my second job. It was a marketing internship at a real estate place. And it's a 3-month internship. It pays a $900 stipend pay. And it's really flexible hours. So originally I had the contract right here. I'll show you, Bill.
Yeah.
You guys can't see it, but you just read it off here. Like, it tells me that I should be working around 12 hours or so a week, and that I'll be paid $900 by the end of it, depending on performance. What it ended up happening was that my boss there was just so like he realized that if I had a whole team, then he could reduce how much time that I was working on. And so he did. Like, he was making plans to get 2 other interns that would help me do research and help to edit the footage that I would record for their marketing efforts. And so now I'm basically down to only having to come in 4 hours a week, and then I can work from home as well. And, you know, it's just been it's really crazy. The longer I stick with that internship, the better it gets. He's decided to also just start paying me, instead of at the very end, he pays me all the $900. He pays me $300 a month now. And so honestly, it's like, it's a great opportunity, and I think Captain Vietnam really just showed a lot of my work ethic and my attention to detail, because my boss, he was really, really impressed with it. And he, like, when he came in and he asked me to come in for the interview, he didn't even ask me any questions. He just started talking about how he really liked Captain Vietnam.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. So
It's very weird to see that.
yeah. But anyways, I think that should do it for today with director's commentary for Captain Vietnam. And so, Bill, do you have any last thoughts on Captain Vietnam?
Hopefully it blows up. You know.
Oh yeah?
Definitely.
All
I feel
right.
like this video has potential. I know it's been like a month, but like it should grow over time.
Yeah, that's true. And then, I mean, so many people are asking me about if there's going to be Captain Vietnam 2 or like something else that's connected to it. And I don't know just yet. I don't have any ideas. Do you have any ideas, Bill?
A possibility, but maybe a villain.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that could be it.
All right. Well, we'll talk
Possibility.
later on that, Bill.
No problem.
All right. Anyways, that'll be it for today's director's commentary. As always, it's a pleasure to be making entertainment for you guys. So hopefully this just gave some better insight into the makings of Captain Vietnam. All right. We'll see you later.
See ya.